This has been amazing just to be behind the scenes and see how we have put this together.
Don't you think we're going to have like a surreal moment here?
My background is in broadcast journalism.
So I'm used to sitting down, getting those stories told. And not only am I excited for what's happening on the track, but also what's happening off the track.
I just don't feel like our sport has had that opportunity.
Hey guys, what's up and welcome to Reaction Time. I'm Kayla Zadell. This week we're diving into a wild weekend of door slammer action. The Midwest Drag Racing Series rolled into Tulsa where Aaron Wells, Ray Martin, and Jim Whiteley each left with wins. Plus, Speed Promotions Racing made its much anticipated debut out west with the stacked first event in California. We're breaking it all down right here, but before we get into those highlights, let's hear from our friends at Drag Race Bracket Bonanza.
Drag racing fans, check out Drag Race Bracket Bonanza. It's the free, family-friendly fantasy bracket game. Now, after final qualifying at every national event, you can fill out your bracket for all the pro classes.
It's free, easy to click on your picks. If you need some help, just hit the randomizer button to fill in the blanks. It's for fun, stay engaged, and pick your winners today.
Well, like I said, the Midwest Drag Racing Series picked back up for its second event of the season at Tulsa Raceway Park for the Throwdown in T-Town, the spring edition. And in Stroud safety, Aaron Wells lined up against Jacob McNeil in the finals, but as you can see, McNeil shook and lifted and Wells clocked a 361. And now in Pro Mod Slammers, driving Jim Whiteley's Camaro, Ryan Martin defeated Robert Costa, who redlit. You can see there, and makes a big swoop over there to the right. Martin went on to record a 366. And then it was a double up for J&A service when Jim Whiteley won in Funny Car. Whiteley's final round opponent, Steve Macklin, also went red. And then Jim laid down a 360. And Jim was also the #1 qualifier of the weekend. So congrats to everyone that won this past weekend. The Midwest Drag Racing Series next event is the Shakedown at US 131 Motorsports Park. Now coming up after this break, who claimed the first Speed Promotions racing win. Stay tuned.
Welcome to the 1600, Burromax's newest model. This bike can reach up to 32 miles per hour. Let's get a rundown of all the features. This bike has a lithium-ion battery, can hold up to a 6'4", 350-pound rider. Super bright LED lighting. Also has 4 different modes to adjust the speed. Get yourself one of our other models and ride with your friends. You won't regret it.
The first Speed Promotions racing event was held at Famosa Drag Strip in Bakersfield, California this past weekend. And taking home the first win of the season in Outlaw 32 was Nate Sayler and Bad Intentions Racing. He defeated Scott Taylor to win $40,000, and Sayler had a bye in the semifinals. He raced Mike Henry in round 1, Paige Coughlin in round 2, and Cole Pez in round 3. The next event for the Speed Promotions Racing is May 30th through 31st at Virginia Motorsports Park. And before we wrap up the Speed Promotions event at Bakersfield, Kayla Morton suffered a scary crash. She lost control of her Pro-Charged Mustang about midway down the track. She slams into the guardrail here, which resulted in a massive fire. What we're glad to report, Kayla emerged from the vehicle under her own power and is okay. And I believe she flew home that night or that morning to spend some time with her son. So we're glad she's okay. Then at the Flying H Drag Strip in Odessa, Missouri, had an action-packed weekend with the Streetcar Takeover and Outlaw Pro Mod event. And here, Bubba Stanton emerged as the Outlaw Pro Mod winner, claiming $20,000. So Stanton took out Mark Mickey in a close semifinals race, which we're seeing here. Bubba was set to race Hank Stubbs in the final, but he was unable to make the call due to a broken drive shaft from his semifinal race. The next Outlaw Pro Mods will be back at Flying H for Hooktober, October 17th through the 18th. And then also happening this weekend, $15,000 to win in a top alcohol dragster shootout at Cecil County Dragway. And here we go. Taking home the victory was DJ Cox, making his top alcohol dragster debut. Driving the Fox Racing dragster, DJ defeated Gary Pritchett in the final round with a 5:30. at 272.34 miles per hour. Let's give it a minute and we'll see these guys race here. And there they are. So congrats to everyone that raced this weekend, everybody that won something this weekend. Congratulations to all of you guys. Thanks for tuning in this week. And as always, stay tuned to Drag Illustrated socials for updates and dragillustrated.com. I'm Kayla Zabel, and this is Reaction Time.